Another.
Hey guys, we are now live.
Hey, how to tell we are live?
Okay, come in, people. We've got 6 of you guys who have joined us. And we've got 1 like ready. Drop us a line in the comment section. Let us know you are here.
Hey, Con, you got new haircut?
Yes.
Wife?
No lah, my mom.
I need to teach my wife to cut my hair. I've been asking her to help me cut. I've been doing my own hair so far.
Got Anthony, got Jonathan. You know, yesterday was it yesterday? Yesterday lah. After I got my hair cut, then after I recorded that video about Ron 95 and Ron 97.
Oh, no wonder you look. I thought the video was taken like way before, a long time ago, and now only you're posting up.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know. Oh, we got some numbers here.
Yeah. So okay. So this is today. So the last 1 week, this is how we've been reporting the numbers. We've been sharing the numbers with you guys. It's the thinking behind the way we share our numbers like this, right? Is that we want to give people a different perspective, right? I mean, we know the situation is not very positive, right? It's like what, 5 figures every day and all that, but at least we try to put these numbers here as something like as a light of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and also as an appreciation to all our exhausted frontliners out there who've been working tirelessly, the doctors who have helped ensure more than 850,000 people have recovered, and the people at the vaccine centers who administered in total 17 million doses of the vaccine, first dose and second dose. So right now, latest update, we've got 5.5 million people fully vaccinated. So I think we should give a big round of applause to all of our frontliners for this. And
they are on strike today.
Honestly, I think I sympathize with them because
me too, definitely.
The last 2 years they have been put on crazy working conditions. All right, I think they should. Honestly, I think those people who are working in the hospitals, the vaccine centers, they deserve like probably the highest pay among everybody out there right now, because they are the ones that are holding everything together.
Yeah.
I mean, normally in like big companies, the risk factor will decide how much you are paid.
Yeah,
right.
So that's how normally you're paid. So I think the risk factor is not being appreciated here. And what not those guys who are doing the contract doctors, because they are the ones who are, we told within 24 hours, you got to relocate, you got to move to Sarawak, because Sarawak need people. And you can't say no, you got to move.
Yeah.
And the future is uncertain, a lot of fun. Yeah.
Now I just want a dartboard, right? With our cabinet there. Our cabinet ministers.
So basically you're saying anywhere you hit, sure you hit correct lah.
Bugger. Anyway, so
yeah, and I like this chart, Bobby, because although you're right, some people say you're not looking at the actual numbers. This tells you that if you talk about 200,000 vaccinated per day for those two, that means by October 13 you're going to hit that 70% mark or 3/4 mark. And that's something to look forward to, I guess.
And guys, those who are fully vaccinated, don't think you're a Superman. We are hearing a lot of people who are fully vaccinated, kena COVID, few days died. This is still happening. All right. So it's crazy out there.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Anyway.
So, okay. Just want to
highlight
one
Anthony. Sorry,
Anthony.
I saw a comment. He said that, VW purposely delivered the test drive unit. Yes, next is us.
We are getting that.
Gonna come to us soon.
So actually, Volkswagen, they were very proactive. They arranged because they know we can't go and pick up the cars, right? So they send the car to us. So I think that's a very, very, it's very good lah. The way they try to get the car A time, but in a manner that keeps us in a safest possible way.
Yeah.
So I think to quickly answer Chishan Mark's question, R-Line 4 Motion worth buying? Oh, of course. No question. No, I mean, just on paper alone, no question.
Yeah. And also,
we're not talking used cars, right?
Yeah. Also based on reviews, like Ivan Kong has driven the car. I mean, a few people have seen the car. It's apparently something that we need to put in that box. Like you must consider, at least drive.
Okay.
So what else we have here?
Anyways, all right. So this session, we are going to, before we start to really dive in and take questions, right? We are going to flash back a bit, the things that have been happening over the past 1 week, and some of the events, the happenings, and all that. So last week, our Aurizn, we added a new program. Tuesday, Bobby and I ushered in Chris V's new weekly series, Crisscross Tuesday. So we had a great time with Chris, and tomorrow he'll be back again with another show. We'll flash the poster again to show you guys who is his guest tomorrow. Then of course every Wednesday we chill out with Alex Stamrock from his concert. Tana, you on Thursday you had a very special guest too, Cikgu Suresh.
Last week was Cikgu Suresh was one.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome,
it was really uplifting session, I felt.
Yeah. I think Cikgu Suresh, he's a great character, I mean, I think I count him as one of the blessings that the greatest blessings when amongst our group of friends when we go to EVO and Euro. Then of course, right? What?
Sorry, no. I when they started, I joined. Then I was busy with the kids. Then when I come back, I sat down. They were talking about me.
So Friday, Bobby, you and Chu Yang were in a very great, a lot of fun session with Thomas in Top Gear.
Yep.
Yeah. So and yesterday, Sunday, Tana, you and Mike Yap had a session with live DNA tuning. Yeah. So
we had
Tana, your session is Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday 4:00.
Sunday, right? So today I checked with them. They say StreamYard can have 2 Facebooks.
Yeah, we can, no problem. So like myself, if you see my show, it's
you can link it to Aurizn.
Yeah, we have. So next week you will see the show coming on board. We'll be on 3 platforms, on Aurizn page or DNA page or the YouTube page. Anywhere, we're trying to make sure that as much as possible we reach out to you, and bring you fun, entertainment, and knowledge while you are stuck at home.
Yeah. So anyways, so even though it's been locked down, right? There's been some the car industry still have to jalan. Cars have been launched this morning. This just came in this morning. BMW Malaysia has launched the M3 and M4 competition in our market. And the pricing is rather not bad. Even the M4 competition, the most expensive one, is less than 700,000 ringgit.
How much? 699.
No. Much lower, bro. Much lower.
How much?
It's like 639 and 659.
639, 659. And then the M3?
No. M3 is 639. M4 is 659. Yeah.
I see. 600 plus K lah.
Yeah.
What would you buy with the 600?
Sorry. M3 is with once you factor in the all the fees and whatnot, M3 is 664. Wait, sorry. Yeah.
Is that
M3
CBU
is
or CKD?
A CBU lah, of course. M4 is 684.
Wow, CBU, huh? Not
CBU,
bad.
of course, CBU one. Full M is of course CBU one.
Yeah.
So this is the price list that Chiang, can you widen it? Is it possible to widen this?
I mean, if you talk about 600K in that price tag, Audi is definitely out of the question because you get a base spec A6 for 600K, and here you got M3 competition for another 40K more. So definitely it's a good pricing.
Wait, base spec A6 is 600K?
Yeah, it's 590K now, Malaysia. Don't you know? How to sell? Yeah.
The new A6 3 liter or 2 liter, bro?
3 liter lah, right?
3, right? Yeah.
3 liter lah. 2 liter at that price is tak boleh lah.
So and then the A5, yeah. So it's like it's just crazy pricing lah. Crazy pricing.
But you look at this, right? With extended warranty and service package for this one is what, 691, right?
For M class, definitely it's, I think, a good.
Wait, this is I think this is not a bad price, eh?
Actually, yes. Last time they cost 750, right?
Yeah, and don't forget the ringgit is weaker now than it was when it was a few years ago. So this pricing is not bad.
And also it's a new M class, which means the price will hold for next couple of years.
I mean, it's of course the question is that whether can people accept the looks of the that big grill nose lah. But I think it's a matter of it.
I think it's just
I totally accepted it already.
Yeah, you totally accepted it already. Yeah.
I hated it, and then the more I look at it, I'm like, shit, man, really grow on me.
Would you like the plate number center or side, Bobby? What's the preference on this look? Can you go back up again?
Back? Oh, Chiang, scroll back up. Please. Let's look at the car.
Yeah.
So this is center. Huh? What do you think is better, center or side?
I think I'll put it center.
Me too.
Side, is it?
Me too.
Buy a big plate number, as big as possible.
Yeah.
Look how big the plate number is on this car, on this piece over here. So the plate number MD1.
No, it looks like like Tana, your mustache. And then if you imagine you put a Japan plate there, it looks like the Hitler one.
Yeah, the Japan plate, right? Japan, Australia, Thailand, it will look so funny, man.
There's no place to put the plate, the tall one.
Yeah, unless you put like one side like that lah.
Ayo.
But honestly, Bobby, from the top, the hood up to the light, up to the point, I love the looks. I think the look is very nice.
Yeah.
Even the center, the badging, how it comes out, protrudes out, almost like a F1 car, like the front nose bit. So I love that the part. Just the bottom bit a bit. Okay lah.
I mean, how I learned to look at it is like, when you look at the Alfa Romeo 156, right?
Yes.
You look at the headlamp, it's ugly. You look at the grille, it's ugly. You look at the bumper, it's ugly. You look at the whole thing, it's pretty. So
in totality,
I sort of learned to look at it that way, lah. You know.
Jian, can you show us the M4?
Aren't they the same, the front?
Yeah, pretty much the same, lah.
Jiang.
156 is way nicer, Gary Chin says.
Yeah.
So
well, this is the
light's a bit different, is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I think the front are the same, right? Is it different?
Show the early picture, but with the
show the picture of the two cars side by side, Chia.
Side by side, yeah. By the way, you're right, Bobby. I think after a while you get used to it, looking at it,
I think so too. Agree.
And the colors are, I think, one of the things which kind of gets to you because
I think they are going big with bright colors this time also.
Everybody lah. The whole Europe is going la la. I think they
same
look the
lah.
same lah.
Okay, you
front.
see the M3 has the vents on the top of the bonnet, whereas the M4 has a cleaner bonnet.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, you're right.
I thought they both had it.
No.
And the badge almost like sits in a different spot, doesn't it? Or same?
Actually,
Same,
I'm not sure
same.
if is it my eyes playing tricks on me, but the M3 grille, the nostril seems wider.
No, cannot be. It should be the same.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
The same
I
front.
don't think. Yeah.
It can't be the different front for.
Yeah, can't be like. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
They'll fire the engineer if he did that. Increase the cost by how many $100 million by doing different base.
Okay.
But even though it looked nicer to me now, but it's still not a car that I would.
It's a challenging looking car, to be frank.
Again, I don't hate it as much.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Con. I think we spoke on the Aurizn WhatsApp group. Has there been a BMW which truly makes you go like, wow, so pretty? I mean, the old 8 Series to me, yes, or maybe the 65, I like the look, But has there been anyone which like
the Batmobile?
The
E9, the 3.0 CSL.
Actually, for me, there's quite a lot lah. Like 3-liter CSL, my 6 Series, but it's the Grand Coupe lah. The 6 Series Grand Coupe. The E92 M3, and I can't deny it, the E39 M5. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody is asking. Okay, this is ask. Facelift Audi RS5 versus this M3.
M3
lah. Even I'm an Audi fan. I say buy the M3 lah.
I'll go with the M3 yeah lah.
And Sam Teo asks, is the decision of using a torque converter over a DCT a good one for the new M cars?
Yes.
I agree also. Yeah.
There's no difference with their shifting times already.
Correct. The ZF 8-speed gearbox just gives you so good shifts that it's as good as a DCT, and you get, I think, better longevity from the gearbox also. Better low speed smoothness.
If you won't toll of the difference, you won't know there's a difference. You'll drive it.
Exactly.
And then, of course, we got the E30 guys say E30 is the best. Okay lah, I leave it to you lah. E30 is the best lah.
Yeah, to each his own. Okay, next, Chiang.
What's that? Hey, no need to play.
Next.
No need to play. Skip lah. I don't want to see the car anymore. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, yo, man. What the hell? What's going on with German car makers?
Last week's show, a lot of our viewers were asking us about the RS3 versus the A45. So actually, last Monday, Audi announced this. So it has the 2.5-liter 5-cylinder, makes 400 horsepower, 500 Newton meters of torque. So power-wise, it's 20 horses down from the A45. But you get the legendary Audi 5-cylinder engine which I would think gives you a much better noise than the A45, and I would think better tuning potential than the A45.
This engine is known to can go really high.
Yeah.
It can tahan.
Yeah.
This is their last iteration of the that 5-cylinder engine platform, the RS3.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah, I heard this. This is it. This is it. After this, from what I was reading, there won't be any more. So if you buy this is pretty much the end of the line. You have this car, and this is it. Like, your last chance to buy a 5-cylinder engine from good old Audi.
My God, the way it looks, ayo. What's going on?
But
I don't know. Yes, Con, you go ahead.
So mechanically, this car is based on the is the same platform as the Golf 8, basically. So it's the next evolution. It's the next generation evolution of the MQB platform.
Yeah.
And you know the crazy thing about this car, right? The rear diff alone has 2 control units. You know, you have 2 control units just for the rear diff alone. You know.
Well,
I think it's damn crazy, man, in terms of the processing power available to this car.
I think it's just sometimes Audi is like over-engineered. You do it,
Yeah.
and then you buy it because you want to push the boundary to say like, I have this, I can do this. But I'm almost to a point to say that it is so capable that the Audi seems to be a much more fun option. That's the way I see it. It's going to be so competent, so good.
The more fun option.
Because I think that I mean when you do like an M car, it's almost designed to slip, designed to give you that be in control. And the more we get, I guess we got 2 parts. One part is how to make the best car possible, best handling, whatever. And this is it.
Yeah.
You want that? This is it. This is the best car possible for your money. It will go on corners, track. You can do whatever. This is the best you can get. Definitely. But then on the flip side, well, do you want a car that's the best all possible, or do you want a car which lets you have fun a bit, more noise or slip, more vehicle bias, So I think it's catering for two needs, and this being it's just almost like a sleeper car to me. People want power.
The looks aren't sleeper at all.
You think so? But it looks like if you hide the badge, what car is this?
Kia.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And all new cars are the same look, same lights. It could be a Kia, for all you know.
That's true. I was looking at the perspective that this is
exactly. Santio, look at his comment. Thank God, Santio.
Exactly.
Horrible looking. All these piece of shit looking cars. Looks like a piece of shit. Where you park this next to a Mazda 3. This just looks like a lump of turd. My God.
I mean, there are lines there, and yes, you put this big so-called vent on the bottom, which isn't a vent. You make it so big. The proportion of the vent, so-called vent below, and the lights. Look at that proportion. I mean,
oh my God,
what is it doing? So
I don't know.
You know this car should be this picture should be accompanied with what accompanied with some Slav techno music. Dong 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 and all the Adidas stripe. Oh my God.
Shanko asked, did Audi brought in someone from the FK8R design team?
I think this is worse than the FK8R.
To me, this car looks like any other new car out there, trying to be young and hip and sharp and all that stuff. So looks wise, it doesn't do for me. Although I love Audi, but
neither do I actually. I think that Audi is always most appealing when they take a bit more of an understated approach. Even when you go even for the RS models, yes, you can have some satin chrome bits here, some darkened bits there, but this is all over the place, man.
You know how do you know a car's design is good? When you cover the emblem and you ask them what car this is, they'll say, "Oh, BMW." Before it came out, before it comes out, but looking at the design, they say, "Oh, this is BMW." Or this is. I mean, when you can't guess what car this is, they've lost the plot. They're like, "Oh,
horrible, horrible." Just looks horrible.
Yeah.
So this versus the A45 or CLA 45.
I would buy this for the fact to me it's more of a sleeper. It's understated. I'll drive it fine, but for the look, I won't buy for the looks. I'll buy for the engineering. For what's underneath, not for the looks. Buying for what is underneath the car.
I would go for this on the fact that it has a 5-cylinder engine, but I don't think I can tahan the way this car looks, man.
Audi give me discount 30%. I'll buy tomorrow. No issue. Still selling out to the world.
Jeffrey said buy it in black. Yeah, just buy it in black.
Not a bad idea.
Actually,
not a bad idea.
I don't know. I see all the unnecessary stuffs going on with the whole car, right? It's just so un-Audi like.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
trying to make the whole vent thing happening and making it bigger and
Yeah,
bigger
man.
to the point that the vent is the front. Earlier, the vent was the center. Now the vent, the front grill is the front. It's like, where's the front?
Exactly.
Bumper? I know.
Exactly.
Come on, guys.
Actually, Sean here spoke my mind.
No, even the A3 is ugly, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the new A3.
Oh,
Even if,
well.
I mean, they have a lot of unnecessary design. Anyway,
Anyways, let's
do we have
move on.
prettier cars?
Move on. Here comes
Yeah,
something a bit more localized.
Yeah.
So you know our master render Theophilus Chin designed, right?
So
He
funny.
rendered what a Saga would look like as a taxi, as an old school, you know, those old school red and white taxis. And Chiang, please show us what some people in China did with this render.
So for those who don't know Theophilus, he's a very famous renderer. He renders cars, and somehow China,
apparently, yeah.
someone made the car epic.
Epic. And this is many years ago, though. Many years ago, he did this and forgot about it. And someone thought, this is for Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, but they spelled, can't pick up correctly. If you look on the top there, it's not Malaysia.
It's not Malaysia.
Even they copycat the wrong car, copycat the wrong country.
But then Kuala Lumpur was spelled correctly.
Oh.
Okay lah. They don't want copyright issue, I guess.
Did I told you that story before last time when I was driving my Subaru Legacy?
Yeah.
It wasn't a popular brand last time. Very few people know about the car. So mine doesn't have only have the Subaru badge. So I kena saman, the police write Chrysler. And he spelled Chrysler correctly.
Wow.
Chrysler Legacy. What?
Damn.
Maybe check system legacy or okay lah. I don't know. Chrysler.
This comment from Oscar Wong was in response to the Audi RS3 just now.
Oh, you don't lah.
Hey, but this car doesn't look like the Saga. This one look like the Volkswagen Santana.
Yes. They just draw the
official taxi of China last time.
Yeah.
They were everywhere last time.
Yeah.
Now now all China taxi all are electric cars.
Yeah. China has really leapfrogged its technology by leaps and bounds, man, over the last 10
all their
years,
public buses, all their public
Yeah.
buses are electric.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, anyways, now we have just touching the half an hour mark. But before we go on our break, let's pick up some questions on the side first lah.
Yeah.
So, from Ernest Chia, any advice on maintaining a DCT, especially a DCT in Proton models like X50 and X70?
There's no advice. These cars are still new. You just follow Proton service.
Follow the maintenance intervals. Change the fluids as per recommended, and of course when you try to avoid creeping your car in traffic. I think DCTs don't enjoy creeping too much in stop-go traffic. What do you guys think?
I think if we talk about older DCTs, yes, but the newer they are, they've already taken into account for town use like people creeping.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I've yet to hear DCT gearboxes people changing clutch outside the older ones like 211, 212.
Older ones cars, definitely.
Yes, like no. Yeah. But newer ones, even like 5060K, I haven't heard anybody changing clutch so I don't think it's an issue. And all I will say is although the manufacturer might say change at 90,000 or 100,000, request to do earlier. Request earlier service intervals for your gearbox. If you are driving a lot in town, or if you are just waiting at a car park, 1 hour per day, waiting for your wife to come back home, that kind of stuff. You're doing that kind of stuff, yes, service earlier. That's the only advice I would give.
But Con, I want to ask, like you bought new cars from Proton last time, right? Let's say you have your standard service interval.
Yeah.
Can you yourself, your backside ET, you just drive in and say, I want to change the gearbox oil, I'll pay for it?
Definitely
can you do that?
Definitely
you
can.
Definitely can. Yep.
It's just that you have to be specific in requesting for it, lah.
Okay. We got a 852 Harish Kumar. BMW F. Yeah, BMW F22. This is the one that Thomas Yap used to own.
Yeah.
Bye. Very, very rare.
Yeah, and Thomas Yap keeps wanting to buy it back.
Yeah.
So
Get it?
there's another one. Richmond Chow. C7 RS6.
Buy.
Yours, Bobby, yours is the C.
Yeah, same one. That's one,
right?
Same one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tana also had the C7. Buy, Richmond. Buy.
One of the best interiors Audi made,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Short of the A8, you can buy A8, go ahead, but short of that, very nice.
Buy.
So Gary asked, just now something Gary asked. My friend got 120K budget to replace his 20-year-old Waja loan. Any recommendations? He's looking at A8 2013. So we will answer this question after the break. Chiang?
Waja.
Chiang!
Waja to A8.
Chiang!
Okay, welcome back, guys. So our weekly live show is brought to you by all of our generous sponsors, and so we have Marvelous, we have Lucentia, BBCC, we have Bobby. Who else? Marvelous, Lucentia,
Evo Club Insurance,
Evo Club Insurance, Evo Club Extended Warranty.
Right, and Evo Club Fire Extinguisher.
Yes. Come, guys. We are doing our pre-order campaign for the Evo Club Fire Extinguisher. For now on, you order. It's the pre-order campaign. 360 ringgit for 2 units of the fire extinguisher.
Original price 220 each. And this is a group buy that we're trying to bring it in. So original estimated time is somewhere in late August, but we believe it will creep into early or mid-September because of the whole situation going on now. Right? Okay. Come, let's go back to Gary.
Come back to address Gary's question. 120K budget. A8 2013.
Wait. I can't imagine he had a Waja.
Yeah.
20-year-old Waja, and then never buy any car for 20 years. Then now, A8 2013.
because he owned the Waja for 20 years and decided YOLO. And
Respect,
and the thing is that the A is probably a car that he's fancied for many years. But the question is, a 2013 A8, how much loan can he get?
He can.
Quite a lot. I mean, because he's still under the period. I think get loan of 90% loan, no issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but Gary,
but I want to say one thing. Banks, right? They regard the 7 Series, the A8, and the S Class as a higher risk car compared to a 5 Series A6. Because back in those days, I would say pre-2010 era, when this segment, these cars, they start from 900,000 back then. And these cars back then, they have engines like 4.5 liter, 5 liter and all that, right? A lot of people buy and cannot maintain. So in banks, right, they actually put A8, 7 Series, S Class as high risk. Yeah. I mean, of course, now they all have 2 liter, 3 liter, but I don't think bank regulations will change that fast. They are very slow moving.
And they won't recognize the difference between a 3 liter A8 and a 4 liter A8.
But by all means, the 3 liter supercharged engine is proven to be one of the most reliable Audi engines back from that era. And I think if you, of course, these cars. Okay, I'll put it this way. Let's put it this way. My analogy, whereby if you buy a bungalow, you have 10 air conditioners, you have 4 TVs, you have 5 water heaters, you have 20 fans, right? Obviously, your maintenance cost will be higher. So cars like this, right? They have what? They have soft closed doors. They have 4 soft closed doors. So soft closed doors is a mechanism. It's no longer those days. Those days we call it vacuum door, right? Why? Because those days they really have a vacuum pump in your car that pumps out air to reduce the in-car air pressure, so that the air pressure from outside pushes the doors in and all that nonsense. Now they don't use that unreliable system anymore. They have a latch inside your door that actually pull on and latch it in. So for cars with soft closed doors, obviously one day the soft close mechanism will give way and you have to replace them, right? And cars like these, you will have air conditioned seats. When you have air conditioned seats, one day this thing might get faulty, or the pipings will come loose. And these cars have crazy matrix headlamps, right?
Correct.
The headlamps have individual LEDs that can light up and shoot near or far, up and down, all these things.
Right.
So they have a lot of all this high-tech componentry. And moreover, this A8, the screen can retract in and out. So just know, great car, very reliable, comparatively speaking. But when you have so many components, they're bound to, wear, and then you have to replace. It's the same even if you buy a Lexus LS, right? If you buy a Lexus LS, your mind will be thinking, oh, Lexus, very reliable. It's the same shit, I tell you, because they are ordering these parts from the same suppliers. All right. So these things, when you have so much features, they will go. So I believe that guy who used to own a Waja, I think his income is okay now. But A8 generally are bought by those company execs and all that, right? They can afford the maintenance. So it's unlikely you get a car. You don't buy a car where it was traded hands like 3 times for cars like these. If it is an enthusiast car, it's okay. Like if it is an M3, M4, it's okay. They change hands 3 times, 4 times, it's okay.
Yeah.
But this car, if it is changed hands 3 times, 4 times, it means the previous person might have bought it when it was about 140K. Or when it was 150K, and that person might not have taken care of it as well. So buy a first-hand car, it will be pretty alright. Yeah.
And I guess for him also, he's going from Waja to here. As long as you're prepared for the maintenance, it's fine. And I want to add, Bobby, The A6 and A7 and A8, they share very common platform. In terms of the electronics, the lights, a lot of similar platforms. The AC, even the fact they got 2 batteries, a lot of similar platforms. So if you're prepared for A6, A7, this is about there, except got a little more extra extra, like I said, the mechanism to close the door, the boots, a bit here and there, but essentially it's about there,
but Audi electronics, from my experience, they are very reliable.
2011, the mechanic said avoid. He said the 2011 was the first year they came up with this platform, and there are a lot of issues in the 2011, 2012 models. 2013 was the best year to get, apparently. So 2013 onwards, if you see the MMI, how you know is that if you look at the A6, for example, they had an 8-inch screen. Sorry, 7 or 8, I think it was a bigger screen. The MI is a different screen, and it's a totally different MI system, different wiring, completely different. So the mechanisms I've seen before, they said avoid the 2011, 2012, 2013 onwards, never an issue. So 2013 A8 is if you want it, get it. Right. But
and
what is a
YOLO? Just Jerry, remind your friend, because this is a 2013 car. This year is the last year for this car to qualify for Evo Club extended warranty. Okay.
All right.
So F30 320 diesel. Research seems to have timing chain reliability issue which could wreck the engine. Has BMW addressed this issue? Now, this 320 diesel engine is no longer discontinued. So BMW has no reason to
buy diesel lah. Don't buy diesel lah. What's the point, right? Malaysia fuel price so cheap, and the F30 3 Series fuel consumption is very low. Just get a 320i, 328i.
You know the F30, right? Even the petrol engines. Actually, I know for a fact that the petrol engines have timing chain issues. The diesel, I am not so sure.
I think these type of things, right? You buy, you worry, you change to a newer part. You see, car makers, when they make cars, right, they don't just like they found a mistake in 2012 and then they continue to do the same mistake. No, it's not like that one. Car makers, right, they keep on they always have a feedback loop with their suppliers. And when issues happen, they realize about it, they will alarm their suppliers. Suppliers would either issue a recall and replace the parts, or redesign the parts, or update the parts, make it more reliable. They always have that. That's why you cannot just tell someone who supply parts that, I have a 2013 BMW 328i. They don't care what you say 2013 or whatnot, or January or February. What you give them your VIN number. It's always the VIN number. Because certain cars come from South Africa factory, certain car come from don't know what, like Leipzig or whatever factory, right? They have to know your VIN number, because not all factories source from the same supplier.
Correct.
Right? So
And the thing with BMW issues is that they are usually consistent from one car to another. So if this is an issue that you are aware of for a car that you are looking at, then it's something that you very easily can address with preventive maintenance.
I mean, timing chain is one of those things that if any car you're buying, BMW, Audi, Mercedes, I would say, have it checked out, because tensioners fail, they will lengthen. You want to have this done up and change, it'll cost you really about 2K, but
not a lot, right? But again, I would say, why buy diesel in Malaysia?
I mean, diesel, a lot of torque, I mean, it's torque. It's a torque. The torque is there for drifting or fine line, but why? You can always tune up a car and get the power. It might be smoother. And diesel, no matter how good it is over time, the noise is always there. So I can accept a diesel in a truck, but
but diesel, right? If you go for a diesel, you have to you should be prepared for the noise. Even many of the petrol direct injection cars also have the same kind of rattling noise.
Especially the F30, petrol engines. It sounds like a diesel.
I can't accept a car in diesel. I guess that's not my thing.
That's why I always say people who say I like diesel because of the torque, they talk only. They don't.
You know, people say it's the noise, and then they say, oh, but then you put exhaust but the exhaust note on a diesel car is not as good as on a petrol. It's a different exhaust, you know, different note. So no matter how you play it, like, you know, not for a car.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not a diesel fan.
That much we know.
The only diesel I like is Mazda's, I would say.
Yes.
Mazda's good.
Diesel is the most petrol-like.
Very linear.
Yes, quiet,
very
quiet,
linear,
no smell.
No smell. Doesn't.
But they are not efficient.
Yes, not efficient.
They are not that efficient. Yeah,
In
but
fact,
it was on purpose.
But the pricing wasn't.
Engine, they are outright not efficient.
But the pricing wasn't very attractive, isn't it? The pricing of the diesel in Malaysia.
Mazda always
Diesels are more
expensive.
expensive.
The range topping models.
Diesels are more expensive to produce.
Correct.
And Mazda, they have the highest compression petrol, but they also have the lowest compression diesel. So they lower down the compression ratio of their diesel engines so that it doesn't generate that much soot, you know, which and it's an amazing give and take. So they decided to let the engine have less fuel efficiency and slightly less power, right? But then the air that comes out is super cleaner.
And because the compression ratio is lower, the stresses onto the block is less, so they can make a lighter block.
But what's amazing is Volvo, they use the same block, same aluminium block for their petrol and for their diesel.
Which is why I think they can make the 2 liter, they can boost the 2 liter up to 320 horsepower.
Because the wall is so strong.
Without issues. So
all right.
Next question.
Diesel talk.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know the Toyota MR-S had an AMT version. In fact, I didn't know Toyota even had an AMT to start with.
I won't pay this price for a car that old. So honestly speaking,
with a Corolla engine.
70K, you can buy a 986. 98 can get a 97.
I think it's about 80-90K.
Yeah.
987 can get at 70 grand.
No, not 100K. It's like below about 100K.
Yeah.
The base 987 but 987
less than 100 just like 80-90K. I've seen up to 90K. I mean, the thing is, for 70K, you can have so much nicer, newer cars. The only thing about the MR-S is like it looks a bit funky, but if anything, they'll say.
It.
But you look at it the other way, right? You look at the way
it's a Boxster. It's a cheap end Boxster, no?
You look at the way how absurd Japanese cars are appreciating. He buy now at 70K, maybe 140K next year.
You think so?
I don't know, man. But granted, it's a roadster. 70,000 for a roadster. I think go ahead, lor. But I haven't driven this car. I have no comments.
The looks of it, I guess.
But you turn up in one is cool, right? Boxers are everywhere, right? MR-S is rare,
But it's still a Porsche, Bobby.
Yeah, exactly. When you sit in, right, the interior.
They ask you, what car is this? Toyota. Okay.
But to me, it's not the badge. It's never the badge. Really, I sit in, right? I look around, I touch everything. It's like, hey, like that, man. This type of plastic, man. And
I spent 70K cash for this, man.
No, I give you an example, Tana. Like Japanese cars of that era, right? imagine your steering wheel, and then below a steering wheel, there's always like a compartment that you can open up, like a tray. Right? They just mold a thin piece of plastic, like super thin one, the whole thing, right? Just gosong like that. These are things that I think Porsche won't do, right?
Yeah, of course.
But maybe the Japanese one would last for a long time because it's just a simple plastic,
That's true.
Yeah. But I have I cannot give any input on this. If you like it, and it's a mid-engine roadster from Japan, Toyota, they no longer make a replacement.
It will drive well. I mean, sure, handling wise will be nice.
I don't know, but I don't know. Sorry,
Any
Austin.
any JDM that you like, Bobby? Like you say, like one day I must buy this JDM.
I don't. The crazy ones. Okay, I have to tell you, I have a very soft spot for R33 GTR. I love the R33 GTR. I also really like the R34 GTR. But not to the extent of what the kind of price that they are asking these days, right?
In this way,
and one of my top favorite cars is that I've driven is the FD2R. I also really like how the S15 looks, the Silvia S15.
Yes.
I have a soft spot for the 300ZX, the Fair Lady. And I mean, but and of course those era, the crazy Yunos Cosmo. The Subaru SVX, right? The 22B. Okay, out of all those legendary JDMs, I think my number one is the 22B, right? But yeah.
How about this against the MR2? So, Chiang, can you share my screen? Chiang?
Oh, I prefer the MR2 over the MR-S though.
Yeah, can you share my screen?
Yeah,
so this is selling for 75K on Facebook Marketplace, and this is 75K. I mean, this would be I prefer the MR2 against the MR-S.
Yeah, me too.
You got pop-up headlights.
Yeah, it's got the whole thing going for it,
Got a mini Ferrari vibe. And you see a Ferrari.
Yeah. And this car, to me, when you see it from far, this is an MR2. That has got that presence about it. So yeah, I'll go for the MR2 versus the.
But to me, it's the one that is, to me now. If you say a used one, people are selling, let's say 200K or what, right? I think the Yunos Cosmo is worth that price for me. And of course, S2000. I still like how it looks. The S2000. Yeah. I really love how it looks. Other than that, not much Not much
I think the Japanese cars lost their allure after, I don't know, 04, 05?
I guess so. I mean, it has to do with their economy, right?
Yeah.
Right. Back then, when their economy is going crazy, it's about the confidence of a nation. Right? When your whole country feels so confident about itself, you just push things and everybody want to outshine one another. That's when things really progress, right? But when you lost that confidence already, you don't feel that the market has that kind of I don't know, that buoyancy to really then you end up with K cars, right? And like I mentioned, that I think one of the session that we mentioned why Japanese youngsters now don't like cars anymore, because they grow up, look at their dad, their father, the fatherly figure, very man Japanese father, like deep tone voice, and then go into his K car like that. Ayo, lost all manliness already. So the association of cars as something of masculinity, of something of dominance or showing elitism or whatnot, that whole thing is gone with all this K car thing. It's just small little K cars.
You got Chris saying 300ZX, Bobby, go for it.
How much do one of these things go for now?
You can't judge. It's a demand and supply. I mean,
demand supply.
They were once 50,000. Same like the BMW 8 Series. They were once 50,000, right? But now it's a seller's market. You know, people suddenly want to collect all these old cars, especially for a manufacturer that fucked up badly down the road, like Nissan now. Right?
It may not be around.
Yeah, they're still around, but I really like how the 300ZX look. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Let's go some comments over here. What else we got? Yeah. Can you click?
Which one? Do you spot something, Tana?
Well,
Yeah,
let's look at Nizam Aziz at 920. Okay.
Max 200K budget to replace a 2017 Mazda 3.
New SUV. What's new with 200K now?
2017 Mazda 3 is not the new one, right?
No, not yet. It's the previous one.
Oh, then
CX5.
CX5 2.5 turbo, 200K, right?
Perfect.
There you go. That's another one.
That's all.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Provided there's a super value CX9. But I don't think
the
it's
first
down to
answer that came to my mind would be the Tiguan R line.
Yes.
Different choice. Yeah.
Oh my God, Tana.
What?
2017 Mazda CX9, 180,000. How? 4-year-old Nissan Mazda CX9. Yeah, the big one. The big
one.
Oh my God. It's worth buying. Buy the CX9. Buy the CX9. But then it's a different proposition, right?
The different line. I mean, I think he's going for an SUV, and for Mazda 3, I think his head is still in that mid-size thing. CX9 is too big.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But if he wants a family, if he's okay, for me it's like Mazda 3 is a 5-seater family car, right? So you go CX5 is slightly larger and taller, right? You go CX9, you're like proper full-blown.
Put it this way, people who buy CX9 never sell. They keep for many, many years. I mean, even for sale for CX9, it's very few in the market.
A lot, 30.
Not a lot, is it?
Not a lot. 20 cars are 20.
Very less. Very few in the market. And some are sold because I was looking for that also in the market. There are very few that are for sale in Malaysia because people buy them and keep for 7 years, 6 years, you know. So it's difficult to change over from CX9 because the size is so big, comfortable, for family.
But it's so nice. It's so nice. It's quieter than my XC90 way. The car, so comfortable.
It's a properly luxury interior inside the CX9.
It's totally comparable to X5, XC90.
One of the very few cars I parked in my house, I was scared it may not fit in the house.
It's longer than the Q7. It's longer than the XC90. It's wider also. It's bigger than all of them. So big. If Nizam, if you're not someone who wants your car to like go genting, handle like that, like very exciting driving that type, right? You are just a family car. You just want to drive like that. CX9 is like a freaking bargain now, lah. Yeah. But if you want to buy brand new, of course, Tiguan or CX5 and all this.
Actually can't argue against this value proposition, 170K.
Yeah, but it's a used car, lah. Not everybody wants a used car, right? And it's a 4-year-old used car. 1 more year, your warranty is gone. And then after your warranty gone, you have a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, 4-wheel drive system, and all that. It is front-wheel drive, right? Front-wheel drive.
Front-wheel drive. They when they sold it, they had the choice of front and all-wheel drive, but same spec. Same spec.
Okay. For you, Nizam, I think if you've been in a Mazda before, you might want to try the Tiguan because it's a different feel. It's pokier.
True.
Yeah. So it depends what you want. Like for me, when I buy another car, I don't want the same type of experience. I want a different experience. Or last time I had this, I want different.
Why I asked is because he had the previous gen. If he has the current gen Mazda 3, then I won't recommend the CX5. I won't recommend the CX5. Anyway,
good question. Okay,
let's answer a hot hatch A mini hot hatch. 2014 Clio RS versus Polo
Clio.
GTI.
I haven't
I
driven
would
the
pick
Clio.
the Clio. I would pick the Clio.
How's the Clio, Bobby? The Polo I've driven now. How's the Clio compared to the Polo GTI?
Nice. And
Is it because it's different? It's more obscure. It's different.
Okay, to me,
you're the only person driving it.
it looks prettier.
Prettier.
but it's a Renault, and you know what's interesting?
What?
You can use the infotainment to select and make your car sound like a GTR.
Ah.
From the speakers inside the car.
Oh, I remember now. Correct. I remember now.
You can also change it to F1 sound.
Buy.
Yeah.
Buy and call me Austin. Alright, that's right.
Clio RS DCT is staying with 4 power shift. Wow, will it go kaboom? Huh? Really, man?
I don't know. I'm not into Clio.
RS.
I don't think so, lah.
I know the normal Clio has a very bad DCT.
Yes.
I remember when I reviewed it, I said this has got to be the worst dual clutch ever.
It has all the drawbacks of a dual clutch, but none of the benefits.
Yeah.
It has
the car
low
shifts so slow. Yeah.
And all that, but it doesn't give you but yet it doesn't have the fast shifting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the Clio, not the RS.
Yeah.
And the Polo GTI interior is
tired.
Yeah. Nothing to relate to. So
Yeah.
if you buy something for something different, the Clio is probably better interior at least. Yeah.
No, actually, Austin, to correct you, right? I don't think it's the same DCT as the Ford power shift. It's a DCT, not the same as the power shift. But I think the Polo definitely has the better power shift system, better DCT system.
Okay.
But this is a more head turning car, if you ask me. Yeah.
I saw a comment. Mod Umar Nail 857. He was asking me whether I like the new RS6 or my RS6. Hey, can find the comment or not? 857.
Yes.
Yeah. So of course the new RS6 looks really sharp. But after I test drove the new A6, that interior just made me immediately tell myself, okay, I'm not pursuing the new RS6 anymore. The whole touchscreen interior is just no thank you. All right.
I spoke about this in that call yesterday. Video call yesterday. I cannot stand that center display on the Audi when it comes out. I got this almost like the OCD thing, but I want to take and just break off the screen. My arm just itches off. I cannot stand the screen. Sorry, Bobby, I just could not take the being there, just in my viewpoint. So I cannot.
I always hide my screen.
No, yours can hide, but all the newer ones you can't hide. So I'm happy.
You know what? The newer one is a fixed screen like that.
Yes, I'm saying all the older ones, it's a foldable, so it's nice. Like it's nice. No, the Bobby's one is fantastic. The newer ones all are fixed and jutting out. So to me, so you buy a Toyota Corolla jutting out, you buy a Audi jutting out. I'm like, what the hell, man? When Mercedes has got all the screen, but yeah.
So last time when BMW is the first one who came up with this solution, right? You buy a low spec car, you have a smaller screen, right? And then you buy a higher spec car, you get a bigger screen. So if it becomes modular, they can change it. But in Audi and A8, the problem is that because it's a mechanism, they can only have one size. Yeah, but I'm glad this whole thing is over. They no longer differentiate spec level with a larger or smaller screen. It's just nonsense, right? But the new ones, everything is touchscreen, and you have 2 touchscreens in the middle. No, thank you. No, thank you for me. And I think new Audi interiors, they just look so boring, super boring. You look at the new Civic interior, right? So innovative. They have that van that runs across, and then you have the little joysticks. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Visuals,
yeah, man. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
So yeah, sorry lah, Audi. Sad but true.
So we've got a question from Jeffrey. 2020 X70 premium second-hand or a new X50 flagship, about 5,000 to 6,000 ringgit difference. We will answer this question after a short break. Chia?
Oh, so fast, 30 minutes again.
Marvelous. Artificial intelligence skin.
And we are back.
Good one.
I can't even pee.
Okay, let's bring this up. Let's get more interesting topics over here. So we're talking about the X70 premium or X50 flagship. Bobby is sleeping already. So
No. Yes, Tana. Corner. Yeah,
This is a very
Okay, so I guess premium, I guess the use or new how to compare but I guess the 50 and 70 is two products, right? One is more
the X50 is a newer generation product. It's a newer generation product. It's a more advanced product. It's a more refined product. Of course, the X70 is a bigger car. If you need something that gives you more presence, more stature, then of course it's the X70.
It's only slightly bigger, right? It's only slightly bigger.
Yeah. That's why I emphasize on stature and not practicality, because in practicality terms, they are almost the same one.
And I find the boot of the X70 is a bit small for the size of the car.
Correct.
Whereas the X50 is more
decent.
Right.
But I guess the finishing on the X70 premium is way better than 50, isn't it? I mean,
yes.
I think to me that's a deciding factor. The fact what you get here, the Dapper leather, the sunroof, panoramic roof, all that stuff.
The premium has the Napa leather seats, the higher spec seats, right?
Okay, high spec.
I love those seats. Those seats, right? The seats in the X70 beat the seats in like the BMW X1 and all that. Is fantastic.
You're setting a very low bar.
I mean, I only didn't buy that for my wife because my family has it. But other than that, I think the interior is fantastic. It could be any other premium car. I will say, wow, this is so nice.
Yeah. And you have to wait for the X50, right? The waiting list is like super long. All right.
This is a question from Sulfide Cluster.
Honda City RS.
I always tell people this: you buy cars of this segment, right? The hybrid won't give you. How do I put this? Your 1.5, your Honda City is normal 1.5, right?
The RS is a hybrid.
I know. The RS is
regular. 1.5.
Yeah. You buy a 1.5 Honda City is already very fuel efficient.
Correct.
And whatever minute efficiency gains you get from the RS, which is the hybrid, it negates it, especially in long-term ownership. So I wouldn't recommend going for the higher spec City RS.
Right. And don't forget, in this segment, the hybrids depreciate much faster than the regular models.
Yeah.
I guess why would someone buy a Honda City RS over a Civic?
I don't think their prices overlap, right?
No, they don't. But
they don't, right?
I guess amp up a bit. 106, is it? 100 and something. How much is Civic, Con?
I can't recall.
Well, Tana, this is the segment that people buy cars at the verge of their bank loan approval. Yeah. They buy it at the verge.
So City 1.5 V, the highest spec petrol model, 86,500. The RS 105. It's a 20K gap.
No way I'm paying that for.
And 110 you get a City, right? That's a Civic, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
actually, if I can hit that budget.
Yeah, so that's some
Civic
point.
is 109.
Why would somebody buy? Okay. Let's talk about this now. Why would somebody buy a City over a Civic? Forget the low spec lah. To me, the City is more like an entry car you buy. It's cheap enough. It's fun. You buy. Okay lah, fine lah. You know? If you can afford more, you definitely buy the Civic. That's the mentality. If I can afford.
And the new Civic is coming. They might clear their current Civic stock with a discount.
Yeah.
So I don't see why someone will buy the Honda City RS.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No way, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess, the price.
If it's the regular Civic City 1.5, right? By all means, but I
4K,
wouldn't.
5K difference to get a
Civic 20. You know, this is 20. You know, it's the kind of gap that you would that at this segment you should upgrade in terms of you should be upgrading to the next segment already.
No,
I see people buying the RS are people who want the smaller form factor, but they got money. But they want a smaller car to buy, like, you know? So if you're a person who was scared to drive a bigger car, then yes, lah. This is your limit. Some people have got the mentality thinking, I can only buy a small car, I cannot buy a big car. You know, if your mentality is stuck that way, then yes.
Hey, but Tana, I tell you, a lot of those like father, they buy car for their kids one. It's like, they go in, I want to buy a Honda City for my kid. Give me the most expensive one lah. Bomb, done deal. They don't even check the specs. They don't even check all these things. Yeah, it happens.
But for this kind of fathers, it's perfectly okay because the 100K that they spend on this car, it doesn't hurt them. It's probably like pocket change to them, or it's well within what they can
20K difference. No lah. I'll get the normal 1.5 lah. Right?
Yeah. Easy choice.
Yeah. Come, next one.
MX-5 or GT86 or used Mazda 3 or Mazda 6.
I don't think the same price range, right?
Firstly, if you are already looking
MX-5 is around 140, 130, 140.
Yeah, you're talking about ND lah, right?
Yes, ND, about 140. You see his thumbnail picture?
Then you should buy what you put in your thumbnail already, no need to ask already.
Just buy the MX-5. It will hold its value better than the normal Mazda 3, Mazda 6.
Yeah, because that's obviously what is based on your profile picture. That's obviously what's going in your mind. So
yeah.
When in doubt, Meta owes the answer.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I will always pick the Miata over the 86 lah.
I mean, the sheer fact once convertible, it will hold the value much better. I mean, this is purely from finance lah. The car which hold the value better is the MX-5. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But I don't think the 86 holds its value that significantly poorly lah. If you ask me,
it's been flooded. The market is flooded with GT now. And soon
but
after the new one comes out,
for a model that is supposedly flooded in the market, the 86 is still not. The prices are not like crashing down either.
Because they are still eligible for loan. You just wait until they are no longer eligible for loan. The fact that the sheer number of them in the market, they will come down, but it's still a very well respected sports car. So it should be okay.
So that will help it, hold its value, and plus the fact that it's a Toyota. Yeah.
Or Subaru.
Come. There are a lot more questions. Come on.
Let's
we have to live with the MX-5 and the 86 here because Chiang went for a toilet break.
Hey Tana, I saw your video about Maserati GranTurismo in your YouTube, and I would like to hear more from you. If you care to share on details, maintenance, or subscription, I think the Maserati is a Maserati. You pay for Ferrari kind of parts prices because the ancillaries are basically Ferraris. But the fact it's a front engine, the cost of maintenance is much cheaper. You don't do the engine out. From my friend, I got two friends who have the GranTurismo. They all say okay lah, no issue lah, no problem lah, nothing much lah, And I think the people who buy this kind of cars are people who maintain the cars. So it's not a car they use daily and they go out. And the fact it's a big CC engine, totally fine lah. You know.
I love this car, you know.
Yeah.
And the sound it makes.
You and yeah, buy it lah. No issue lah.
It's like what, 170, 180k now, right?
For the sound it makes,
proper 4-seater.
the sound it makes, nice.
Amazing
Oil maintenance, engine gearbox, totally fine lah. I
look at it. Tana, you should get one. It's so beautiful. 911s are everywhere, bro. Maserati GranTurismos is like,
This will turn heads wherever you go.
I buy in blue. How much is it? Can you go to Kalis?
180. About 180.
What do you have?
For this kind of cars, I trust Bobby. No need to cheat. You don't need to check one. He knows the rate. If City, Civic, Kanche, all that one, he will need to like, hey, how much in Muda? But
What's that? What's that?
Can get loan Get problem, no.
Cannot. 180 cannot.
Cannot. Yeah.
Cannot.
Cannot.
190, 2008, 2009. Yeah,
they're all pre 2010.
Yeah, those that are eligible for loan will be about 250, 260.
Was it though?
Yeah. Nice car.
Nice car.
Very nice.
But the back is it's a 2+2, isn't it? It's not a 5-seater.
Oh, it's a proper 4-seater.
A 4-seater.
Proper 4-seater, bro. That means 2-person, like your size and con, you sit at the back, no problem. Totally no problem.
So my son cannot come to me now.
Why?
2+3, my family.
Bugger.
It's okay, one. Nice. In a couple of years' time, the eldest one will start to not want to go out with you already.
But it'd be nice lah. I drive like GranTurismo, you drive your Rapid. Yeah, no, nice side by side picture.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it in the list of to see.
Yes. I tell you, it sounds miles better than a 911.
Oh, definitely.
Seriously.
My only thing with Porsche is I want to get it done with. I want to buy it done with and do it. And that's a small bit, you know.
You already got a Porsche.
Ouch.
You already got your Porsche one.
Yeah. Let me drive it first and then I can decide, you know. But Shaurin, Anwar, I think you should go for it, get it. From what I see from owner point of view, there hasn't been an issue. It's fantastic, and they really trash their cars lah. So I think it's a solid car to get. You know, it's very visible, engine very visible. You can see it. The problem is like for Ferraris, it's so hidden, and you got to go to them and do it periodic. You don't know what's happening, but this is so visible engine, so it's I think it's fine. Fantastic. Go ahead.
Okay.
Next one.
941 Mod Shazali.
Yes, I was going to pick this one. Small family of 4.
Hey, the XC40 PHEV launched already.
Yes.
Oh, I'll go for the XC60 TA lah, bro.
Yeah. But you know what happens, right?
Yes.
A lot of people, like I think you are the one who told me this. When people go to the showroom, they shop for an XC60 or an S90, they always end up buying an XC90.
I don't know. I mean, when I drove XC90, Bobby, I think I made a comment to you. It felt like in the Goldilocks zone, just nice, you know. Okay, XC90, no matter what accident done, if you are buying it and your wife drives it to town and stuff, it may not be the best car to drive in town, to go everywhere.
It's big.
X60, that's big. XC60, I find it's like, it's big enough, it's comfortable, I can go anywhere. It's the perfect size. Perfect size. So I kind of like the X60 for the size factor.
It drives better than the XC90. It's comfortable, and the rear seats are more comfortable than the XC40 in the XC60. And the T8 power is just gila. I can only describe it as gila. It's just crazy. You see a Porsche Macan, right? Tap out straight away. You can tap out the Porsche Macan. You see Porsche Macan Turbo, don't lah. Macan Turbo, provided you are fully charged, on a traffic light. Yeah, don't go and follow the Macan into a corner lah. All right.
Can't keep the laws of physics.
Yeah. But it's a car that drives well. It goes well. It's just beautiful. It's just wonderful. Get the XC60 T8. All right. The next one right after this, Encik Beruang.
Hi guys, it's
2019. It's a new one, right? It's the current one, right?
It's the current one, yes.
Yeah.
Reliability issues.
Never heard of any reliability issues.
No.
And it's a lot more comfortable than the previous A250.
Correct.
Just that I'm not very happy with the interior build quality, but
yes.
the interior is
that is our only complaint of the car.
Yeah, for the price.
Honestly, the time when we had this car, right, that thing is fast, man.
Very fast.
It's a very fast car. Very fast. It's 211 on paper, but
GTI.
But the way it pulls is like,
yeah.
It's like the car that you want to use if you want to go anywhere in a hurry.
And you save 60,000 now. Buy 200K.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Tana, just now you pointed out a comment.
Oh, Nabil Arif. Oh.
He's a regular.
He's a regular here.
Yeah.
And Nabil, I would like to apologize beforehand for all the funny shit that we've been doing on Aurizn, which you don't really like. Sorry lah. We have a lot more youngsters joining us now in the company. Old men like me and Con, we have to, take a step back, let the youngsters do what they like on our social media. So a lot more funny shit going on. Sorry, Nabil.
So Nabil is turning 40 this October and wants to buy a Piranha business purely for sentimental reasons and nostalgic. He doesn't need it. It's a wacky purchase to park as a condo. Don't care how much to take maintain, but wants to get it for emotional reasons and build up like new. I had the V6 in around 2002, 2000, like early 2000s. I had like for a year. My Anand bought one. Anand bought one, and we bought purely from. I went to auction and bought one, and I was driving it around, fixing it up. I just find that it was okay lah, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything to draw me in lah. It was okay.
Actually, I like the one before this.
The older one, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, the older one. That one has a.
You like the one without the Alpha Grille,
No, because this Alpha Grille is very obviously, grafted on as an afterthought. It's not part of the original design of the car.
But it's epic, right? It's epic.
It is.
The Proton higher ranking people just outright say we like Alfa Romeo so we put the Alfa Romeo grille there.
Yeah.
Straight up as a tribute. It's like epic.
All I know is this car, if you buy, you got to have an oil cooler for your gearbox. You got to make sure your timing belt is expensive to maintain, service. Plugs, I don't know why it goes off very frequently on this car. So it's
how often you have to change the plugs?
I think we 20,000 the plugs had to go already. So it's like, and even then it was not so great.
Too soon.
Yeah, so
I too soon.
So for the V6, I just found that we maintained the car because I did all the maintenance in the car from A to Z. It was very high interval of maintenance, a lot of money spent on the car. It was okay for straight road. Cornering was not that great also for the price we paid for. So okay lah. I mean, it's okay to get, but why lah?
I just checked the price.
What?
Oh,
7,000 ringgit.
It's pocket change. The car is now available for pocket change.
Okay, I have a soft spot for the Perdana. I really love how it looks.
Yeah,
especially the tail lights, the single tail light that connects.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So many years ago, they already designed the tail lights like that. And I really love cars of this profile, like slim, long profile.
Correct.
Even though you park next to a modern car, it's no longer big, but from pictures, they look big.
Yeah.
This type of cars.
This is actually the 4-cylinder one. There is one just after this with a slightly with smoke headlights.
Yeah. I mean, when I had my Vira back then, my Vira was modified, looked like a Perdana. So it has that look great, like, it's very nice. But
Yeah.
I said, like, be prepared for maintenance and all that stuff. And maybe, like, if you do up to a point, it looks very authentic and original, it may look nice, But yeah,
Well,
go ahead,
Nabil,
have fun.
if you're buying the car, and you want to improve its handling, Mike may have the answer for you.
A lot of aftermarket parts, right? Last time.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Proton
It's
like really cut the parts lah. They gave the car like half car only. A lot of parts were cut off the car itself. So yeah.
Does it fit all the Mitsubishi 4G?
It does
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
because
yeah.
the base design, it's basically a Mitsubishi lock, stock, and barrel.
It's an Eterna, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
But don't be surprised, a lot of I can't speak from experience, but I won't be surprised if you may have to order a lot of mechanical parts from Japan. Yeah. Because
So
Proton is not very good in supporting their older generation models.
How to support this is a platform borrowed from Mitsubishi, right?
No, but even back then when I was having my Waja, I was noticing that certain parts are getting more difficult, are getting less common to source.
Yeah.
I see.
I love this. I love these rims, Bobby.
Yeah. This to me is my favorite appearance of the Pradana.
This one we had it in gold. What was a gold color? The champagne gold color.
The era you have cars of this color. Like beige, not beige, gold, not gold.
And and a very common mod, right? A lot of people like to do with this Pradana is that they like to transplant the twin turbo version of the 2-liter V6 into the car. Because Mitsubishi also has this same V6 with a twin turbo. They like to throw it into this car.
Oh well. Good luck, Nabil. Keep us updated on your progress.
But I'm very sure that the cost of restoring the car will exceed the cost of you buying it, lah. Yeah.
I mean, easily 4 times the price, lah. Go is prepared.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay. Can we just quickly look at this one from Giulia? Maximum age of the car eligible for loan. This is general knowledge for us to refresh anybody else if you're not aware of this. Any difference between national car and non-national car? So for national car, I know the interest rate is higher.
I think it's more for professional lah, because national cars, I think almost like they sell more. So for some reason, got high interest.
And I think for the banks, they see those people who buy national cars of a lower income. Yeah, they are in that sense a higher risk borrower, right?
I don't see the logic in that, but that's what they do. But I guess aside the interest, obviously there's the number of years of the car. What is 14 up to the 14 years of the car, isn't it? So if a car is now, let's say from 2011, for example, 10-year-old car, that car can only take 3-year loan. That's about it,
Correct.
And you work your way down, like, the newer the car, the longer loan you can take.
And of course, as the older your car gets, the higher the interest rate becomes as well.
Yeah, but Toyota, Honda, you can loan up to the age of the car around less than 15.
14 years. So that's it. And then obviously, if your car is a sedan, 90% is chances are there. Convertible, 70% loan. I think trucks is 80%, I believe. And then obviously, like you say, like the A8, those kind of bigger cars, they may not give the full loan lah. They may give like 80% loan, whatever. And banks to banks.
The 7 Series S-Class A8, right? Let's say if the car is 120K, you may get your loan approved if you buy another 120K car based on your current income. Let's say it's on the verge lah, but you will not get it approved for this segment at this price. You need a higher credit rating.
Correct.
Yeah, you need a higher credit rating for that. So yeah, it's about whether the brand is popular or not, or the model is popular or not. So there was an era whereby like only Toyota, Honda, Nissans, can loan until the car is 15-year-old. But now I notice Mercedes, BMW, all this also can. They are considered as highly popular cars.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Next one, yeah.
Faster. We finish one, then just pop the next question.
Yeah, next one. Okay.
Yeah.
A4 Quattro or C300. Commonly, people ask about the BMW 330i, but how about the A4 Quattro? Before the Arteon, this was the only 4-wheel drive option.
It's not very special, to be honest.
The interior is also a bit bland. I find that interior was okay only. Nothing special about it.
You know what?
S4
that time,
nice.
right? Bro, that time remember that time Mercedes was 245 horsepower and BMW is 248. Then Audi came out 252. Wow. They managed to squeeze 252. Wow. Now Arteon 280, we all like, normal lah. 2 liter 280, normal ma. Hey, 280 is what Nissan GTR R34.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
And Mercedes C300 after the facelift, it was 258, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's not much of a challenge here, lah.
Yeah.
Right.
Newer cars, newer technology is definitely warranty.
Yeah.
I mean the after sales. Today the VW is a different place. Like, it's just a good bargain to get. So
yes, and they are no longer unreliable. So
No.
go for it.
Yeah.
All right, come.
next one.
Faster. Next one.
Should he sell his M4 or upgrade to the E92? And leftover money from the sale, what's the +1 car?
Wow, this is a good question.
M4 is about 260, 270 now. Let's say you trade it to a dealer, 250 or 240. You buy a E92 M3 at what price? 120. You still got 120 to go. Right?
Can get 120 only, man. M3.
M3 120,
2 plus.
No, 140.
No lah. E92 M3 wait.
E92 M3. I have the picture here. It was sent to me. It was, I think it's like close to 2, was it?
BMW M3 E92. No lah. It's not that expensive lah.
Or
Is it that
E90.
expensive?
The coupe is the cheapest one, right? The E92, the M3. The coupe is the one with the lowest value, right? The sedan and the cabriolet.
E92 ma. E92 is the coupe lor. Right?
This looks more like the cabrio, actually. Yeah, this is the cabrio, but never mind lah, it's the same.
2010. See, 130K even at bespoke.
Not bad.
Wow.
Oh, you see the
Why
one at
you-
bespoke, orange color, 130K.
You can basically, right? You can buy 2 M cars from this era. You can buy the M3 and the M5.
No lah, he's asking
And-
what's the other car leftover. You can buy a lot of cars. You can buy a 7 Series.
you can buy a City RS.
Yeah. From the M4.
I don't know lah. I think the question about leftover car. I mean, what car to get? It has to fit your portfolio. What do you want? Like you invest, right? You got one. You got a high risk, low risk, whatever. So you got this older M3. You get, is that your reliable one or weekend one? So I mean, you got to have the mix lah. Once a rear wheel drive, you may want a front wheel drive, like maybe Pasaka, maybe a Golf GTI. So you got to think about in that aspect, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I have an idea. So he sell his M4 for, let's say, 250,000. So he used 130,000 to buy an M3 E92. Then he's left with 120K. 120K, just spend 70K and buy a 4-door sedan, like a 5 Series, but he can go for the M5 for 70K. He's still got another 50K left over for
repairs.
upkeep or whatever, right? Yeah.
And pay road tax.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
Tires,
from one M4, he get an M3 and an M5.
Win.
You got M8 then lah. 5 plus 3 lah.
Yeah. All right, you just
more
double
advice,
your M-ness. Yeah.
Okay.
You both you and your wife can go to an M event. How good is that?
Okay. All right. So we are going to our final stretch of the show, last half hour. Let's take a quick break, and we will take the remaining questions of the night. All right. Okay, so with Evo Club Insurance, you get to save 40% of your insurance every year, right? And this is the perfect insurance for our time. So, Eng Chi-ho has this question, but before that, we have this case study to show you guys. Bobby, this is a 2017 Volvo XC90, your friend, right, Bobby?
Just yeah. I mean, from the Volvo XC90 group, just a quick example. So, we help her renew, and we got the quote from others, 2005, 2004, 2005. Yes, these are full year comprehensive. The fact is, no other insurance gives you the option to choose, because we don't drive that much now. We're staying at home. And for Evo Club Insurance, the Pro Mileage product, you look at our package one, she saved 1,000 ringgit. You see, I mean, car insurance has never been something that we can save. It's something that we think we just pay, and then so that we get the approval to get our road tax, so that we are allowed to drive. So just a quick example, she managed to save 1,000 ringgit for something that is 2,400 ringgit. She saved 1,000. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get your Evo Club Insurance when you need to renew your insurance. Okay. And now we also have the top up button. Previously, let's say you buy 5,000 km and you have used it up. When you need to top up, we actually need to help you do a manual process. That's basically call a phone number and all that nonsense. But now you can actually go to our website, evoclubinsurance.com. Immediately, there's a button there to top up. So the other day, I just went and checked, I checked my cars. I renewed it early this year, and then I've been driving a little bit, and now both my cars, one car still get 2,700 km, another car still got 2,600 km. So I don't think I need to renew any time. But obviously, I hope the lockdown can end so that we can live our life again.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's the news. All right. So let's continue.
So,
come
to answer Eng Chi-ho's question, well, you can renew with Evo Club Insurance with any, doesn't matter. You can be in East Malaysia, West Malaysia, doesn't matter. Is it legal?
Except if your car is in Langkawi, don't expect to buy your insurance at the Langkawi value. Why? A very simple answer. Because you are fixing your car in Semenanjung. Right? And the parts, the cost and all that, the valuation of everything is in Semenanjung prices. So you cannot expect the fact that, my car is in Langkawi, pre-tax 300K, so I want to buy my insurance based on that value. No. Your insurance follows Semenanjung value. And come on, man, we are the only insurance that helps you save 40%. What else you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of driving, like what Con said, it's legal.
It's legal, but technically speaking, it's only legal when, let's say right now your car is in Sabah, you ship to Semenanjung. That first year, it's legal for you to drive with Sabah road tax. After that, you're supposed to renew follow Semenanjung rates.
But actually, if you have a house in Sabah, you are legit a Sabahan.
Yeah.
There's always this argument. Because if you register your car in Sabah and your car is with a Sabah plate, right?
Correct.
Your IC is Sabah. You ship the car over here, you renew your road tax in Sabah, you are in no way wrong at all. Yeah. Because your number plate is a Sabah number plate.
But it doesn't matter one because right now there are a lot of Klang Valley people that register new cars with Sabah plate also.
It's how they got it, whether they got it legally or not.
But
so if you're a
says,
Sabahan,
but it says there what to be used in Sabah, isn't it? On the road tax.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, is road. I mean, road tax is about you pay for the tax the road lah.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, let's say you somehow got a Sabah road tax, right? But you actually don't have a residence and all that, right? You are in a higher chance of getting arrested for violation or whatever. But if you are legit a Sabahan, right? Your plate is from there, your house is there, everything is there, right? Somehow there is a, I don't know, even though the rules say so lah.
I mean, you can claim like this month is here, but I'll go back there lah. I can
I can. It's legal for them to move the car here and there, and so that's the gray area on how nice you are to.
How much is a shipment cost? A couple of thousand ringgit.
1,500.
1,500. If I buy
don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth like every time you see a roadblock, hayo.
Yeah, for the piece of money, it's not worth it.
You know, as a funny thing, while we're talking here, I'm actually now on Evo Club Insurance, checking out my insurance because mine is due for renewal. Yeah, I'm saving immediately here.
I tell you, bro. When I got my Aston, right, the person who sell me the car said, "Hey, I help you do Sabah lah." Then I was like, "Bro, I walk in, you know me, right?" Yeah, I watched your video. Then I was like, "So you think other people will watch my video or not?"
Forget that. You park your car somewhere, Bobby. You go anywhere. It's like, hey, Bobby's car. Hey, put a picture. Go online.
I walk in, you know me already. You still ask me to do this kind of shit.
True.
Yeah, man. Come.
Okay.
There's a
quick one for Tana. What is the fair price for this model?
I don't know, honestly. I think it's changed much.
The E60s are going for really cheap now.
I saw what the 20K I saw, 20 plus, I think I saw.
20K will be the pre-facelift.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The pre-facelift with the same engine as my E39. The 523 is a newer engine, so maybe in the 30s.
Yeah. I mean, actually, willing buyer.
Yes, willing buyer, willing seller. When the car reaches the price point of 20-30K, right, it's already about the condition of the car, right? Correct. Some people, they spend so much refurbishing it, then they ask for a price of 65,000, 70,000. Some people will pay it because they know what this guy has put into the car.
Correct. Correct.
So not so
anybody,
much about
anybody with a good 190E manual, let me know. Contact me. Might be interested.
You are buying or you are asking for a friend?
I'm asking for a friend.
Or you're buying, but you are saying that you're asking for a friend.
I'm asking for a friend.
You know, like most people who buy sex toys, they always buy for friends.
No, you know why? you know how I've had the Jaguar X-Type, my friend's car, my house for a while now, for a month or so. I've been driving around, and suddenly I like the idea of older cars to drive, how it's softy, and so I have this thing. I don't mind having the Pico Pasar here in the housing area, older car. So yeah, there we are. The
Aurelia, thank you, Aurelia.
There we are.
Yeah. 1
month grace period. Yeah. That's fair lah.
Yeah. Okay. I saw
next question.
Another comment. 1002.
Oh, 1002.
Yeah, correct. This is the one.
Okay. Because this comment came again, 1006, but never mind.
It's the same car, get the JCW. Same generation.
Yeah.
It's the same generation. F56 is still the F56 now.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys. Right? I think I'll always go for the JCW.
I mean, if for the same budget, JCW easy choice.
Yeah. So you're asking.
It's it's like you buy a housing area. A housing area that got 4 lanes. 4 lanes only got 8 corner lots. The corner lot always got higher value. Similarly, a JCW has got something to hold it, you know.
Yeah.
Buy the corner lot. Next one, pick.
Come.
Let's talk about a bit about specking.
We want to speed up, then you pick this. What the? How? I cannot answer.
What do you want to get? Well, up to you, Lord. Stock, sport, or adjustable is up to you.
For me, the Mazda 2 is a well-handling car. Keep it with stock.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw Kaneson and said, go marry a Sabahan. You're going to do that for the road tax.
No lah.
Habi, why you love me? Because road tax cheap.
Yeah, better waste your money.
86 or S, I think.
S5.
Daily drive.
Also does daily really well.
Yeah.
Right.
But to me is that the whole back, like when I had my Satria, the whole issue of the back seat, to throw the back in the back seat, to go back and take it out again, that annoyed me. So to have the back is bigger back to put stuff and take out, I think it's for me important. That's why.
But 86 totally qualifies for daily, no problem.
Oh yeah, easily.
I mean, Suresh's daily is 86.
Yeah.
Next one.
My brother dailies is 86.
Yeah. Okay, something from Mark Francis. Do you think PHEV or EV prices will drop when the upcoming incentives?
No way.
Yeah.
No way they will get free excise duty.
No.
You know, a lot of yes.
Have you noticed always when a PHEV or EV comes, they always sell the highest spec in Malaysia just to cover up to make sure the price isn't so big with the with the non one. Like if they got say Mercedes or BMW, they will hike up the spec, make it really push it in, Yeah.
Of course.
And those are all lost money, if you think about it.
Because they get incentive, but just think about it, car excise duty is a form of income for the government, right? For paying the contract medical workers who are on strike today, right? For paying for our 1 ringgit medical bills in government clinics, paying for UKM, UITM, you whatever M, right? All these are government expenditures, So it's a form of income for the government. No way in hell that when a lot more people are buying PHEVs or EVs and all that, right? They're gonna give up this income. No
but
way.
They announced what? But they announced they say they're gonna have incentive coming through.
Well, they are the king of U-turns. They are the king of U-turns.
You see, the thing is that they may reduce, but they won't eliminate. Absolutely not. They may sort of reduce the excise duty to sort of to stimulate ownership, to stimulate interest, but they cannot do away with it.
I mean, if you put it in a different perspective, if tomorrow there was no duty in Malaysia, all of you out there, your cars will drop by half. Everybody everybody.
It's a wipeout of our net worth.
And, and
market drops.
It wipes out your car's value. It doesn't wipe out the balance of your loan.
Exactly.
And then the bank by default must call in your loan, because why? Your loan value has dropped at a certain point. They must call it. So the impact on bankruptcy law, the impact on people can't take housing loan, the impact on the car market dropping by value, the impact on car companies owning the assets, suddenly their book value will depreciate by. I mean, it's just it's crazy to think about it. We can't have this chaos happen overnight.
A lot of Malaysians actually always complain about our car buying prices being high, right? But it's always about your entry and exit. Malaysians have enjoyed exceptionally high used car values all these years. So that means we buy a car at 130,000, we use for 4 or 5 years, we sell at 80,000. No other places in the world where you have car prices of this valuation, and then after a few years you still can sell this high one. No such thing.
To put it in perspective, a 40,000 Aussie US dollars car, our 10 years is worth zero, worth nothing much. Okay?
Yeah.
But the same thing, if you convert the 40K becomes 200K.
Yes.
But 10 years is worth, let's say 80K, you lost only 120. 120, it's way better than what they lost there.
Yeah, exactly.
So they are right. There is like a put money in the FD and take back money back and sell the car. That's the way of looking at it. Provided you are in the new car category.
Yeah.
Or you buy a Civic Type R.
But of course, I mean, this is putting aside our government spending how many? 3 million on one drone. So
that's besides the point already, right? At the rate they are going, lucky they won't be able to afford freeing excise duties. Okay. Now, any China cars you guys want to see on Malaysian road?
A lot, bro.
China car, we are no longer thinking about MG or Hawa.
Exactly, already. Ashraf. It's no longer about all this nonsense, MG, Hawa, all these things already. You look at all the new brands from China, Neo, Hi-Fi X, all these cars, right? They are so advanced. And even like Great Wall, we think of Great Wall, the kind of cars they make. You look at what they roll out in China, it's crazy. The advancement of the Chinese car industry over the past 5-6 years, right, is equivalent to 20-30 years of leap. They have just gone bonkers because the whole market exploded. They are so rich, they straight up, they don't even bother to learn anymore. They just leapfrog. They hire all the best designers, best engineers all over the world, right? Okay, I'll give an example. This new brand from China, Hi-Fi, they launched their first car, right? Their first car from that company is priced against an S-Class in China. And people are buying. They are they just went straight up there, and the technology is crazy. You walk towards the car got facial recognition on the B pillar, and straight up look at your face, the doors open, and it's a 6-seater car. You don't have to you don't have to squeeze yourself into the third row. You just walk straight up to the third row. All the doors have sensors, and then the LED lights in front of the car are high definition projectors. They can project like a zebra crossing on the road. All this crazy stuff that they're doing in China now. And this car accelerates 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. It's crazy. The market has gone crazy there. Now they are busy fighting in China for the crazy lucrative market. The moment China market is like saturated, right? The moment they come out with their products, I tell you, the world will be shocked. Right? They've got so advanced. So that's what's happening over there now. It's crazy.
Because I think, was it you who said right? Somebody observed, right? When the X70 first came out in Malaysia, we were like, wow, this is so what. But in China, that is out of date already,
Yes, okay, I'll give an example. The Tesla Model 3 in China is 270,000 Chinese RMB. Right, 270,000. The BYD Han that challenges the Model 3 is 340,000 RMB. It's just gone crazy.
They're not even bothered to play a price war. They are like straight up.
Yes.
I this value.
They don't play the price war anymore. They just put in more advanced infotainment, and they don't question the thing that whether I'm a premium brand or not. They don't care. They just put in the most expensive stuff, the most luxurious stuff in the car, and consumers are buying based on what they are seeing. Is crazy.
Because whereas you compare right now where the Koreans are are still like stuck in a place where yes, their cars are good, but market still cannot accept them as being on par price wise against the Japanese.
And the reason they are so pro EVs in China is about freedom in terms of the shackle that America has on oil, right? Because China every year they spend 30% of their income on oil, right? And oil is controlled by US dollar because US strike a deal with Saudi Arab, the whole OPEC, right? They only sell oil in US dollars. And this forces every country to must have a reserve of US dollars. And when you have all these US dollars, how do you use your US dollar in international trade? You are using the SWIFT system, the SWIFT code. And SWIFT code is controlled by US. So how US sanction a country, how US sabotage your entire country is to switch off your SWIFT code. So that's what happened to Iran, right? Iran has all this oil and they want to sell. And when someone wants to buy the oil, they have to pay Iran, right? So what currency are you paying Iran in? Are you paying them in the Iranian currency? No, right? So you have to pay them in US dollar, but US switch off their SWIFT code. They cannot accept transactions in US dollar. And when they sell their things, they sell or buy, they cannot use US dollar. So they are stuck. So during the pandemic, they can't even buy like equipments or incubators or whatnot. So this is why China they want to push EV so that they are free from this shackle, from this whole US dollar thing. I mean that's for political talk lah. Another day lah. If we have a politics show.
So let's come back to cars, but building on this theme.
Yeah.
Will EV become mainstream in Malaysia as UK will stop selling new petrol or diesel cars after 2035?
Let's put the question differently. How far back is Malaysia opposed to the world? How many years? Because it's like always a gap, isn't it? You talk about your X70, they came there and we are here. If let's say China says 2030, right? China says want to be how many percent with EV, UK is also 35. So they're all in that era. How far back are we to get there? How many years far back?
How many decades?
Decades, correct. So if you talk about decades, the cars that are being sold in UK, whatever, will be sold here. I mean, like, put this way, VW Arteon, for example, that's a technology that they have now. You don't sell it now today in Malaysia, it'll be a lost opportunity. So to me, I find that they almost must sell. It's the best time to sell. If they wait a few more years to come and late like any other models, they're stuck. So now I think that all these petrol cars, you get newer cars coming to Malaysia. They won't wait. They can't wait 1 year, 2 years a day. Last time about 3 years, and now like 6 months less launch in Malaysia. But I don't think will be.
You see, the thing with to operate any sort of car, right, whether it's petrol or diesel or EV, right, you're supporting infrastructure to replenish the energy in that car needs to be put in place. See, like right now, when our car run low on fuel, we just drive into a petrol station, fuel up, right? You can go and stand one side, have your coffee and whatnot. 15 minutes max, you're done, you're out of there. Whereas EV charging times are still measured by the hours.
Yep.
Right? Even the fast charge or so is what, 1 hour, 2 hours?
Provided you're like Neo lah, the China brand Neo, right? They have battery swapping stations, 8 minutes full charge.
But battery swapping stations has the other problem of needing everybody to run on the same battery.
First of all, I think that a lot of European countries, even though now they announce we will stop this and that, you know how democratic countries work, right? One government can announce one thing, another government can revert it anytime, right? So, So the whole global movement of lowering emissions, which was championed by the Europeans, also started from the reliance of oil, which in turn rely on American US dollar. And that's why they really push forward this. They want their country to use less oil so that they are less reliance on US dollar. That's just one of the biggest thing that pushes them towards this. But of course, being eco is the thing that wins vote in Europe. So they're very pro that. As for Malaysians, right, to be honest, we are never eco-loving lah. You remove the incentive, you see people buy electric cars or not, right? Because by cost of car making, electric cars are miles more expensive. Car per car, segment per segment. Electric cars are expensive still, but.
And also, I think, Bobby, there is a huge advancement now in cars getting more powerful, smaller engine, more powerful, and keep on going to advance. Like a liter of petrol, how much power it could extract out. So I think we're a long way there. I think our kids, even our kids to be mainstream.
We will get to a point where the internal combustion engine will be obsolete, but we are still very, very far from it. It's a simple thing about the cost of implementing an alternative infrastructure to provide you with the same level of mobility.
But to be honest, I'm actually worried about Malaysia seriously still selling oil as our main source of income. That's scary right. We're still a commodity exporting countries, and I don't see in what way we are competitive now. But you know what, Tana, there's a lot of this saying in China now, which we will not believe it as Malaysians. They are saying that now we should move our factories to Malaysia because the labor there is cheaper. I'm not joking.
No, it's true.
I'm not joking. A same job that back in 2004, 2005, when I went to Shanghai, right? The same kind of job position. Back then, they were earning about 6,000-7,000 Chinese renminbi. Now, the same position, they are earning 50,000-60,000 renminbi, which is about 40,000 ringgit. It's normal for a brand manager in a big corporation in China. They earn this kind of income now. It's crazy.
Bobby, I was hiring somebody in India for my team, because the company is going to India and person there. And look at the salary, it's like so much. And I just realized that if I were to migrate to India today, my current role, I'll probably earn almost twice of what I'm earning here in Malaysia.
Right. It's crazy,
India,
right? Yeah.
India, guys.
It's because of the market. It's because of the market. Let's say, right, you have a company that has 100 staff, right? In Malaysia, your market size is only like that, right? But in India, so many people are buying your stuff, right? In China, same thing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I saw one lady, right? She's like 25, 26-year-old, and she loved drinking. So her TikTok channel, right? She always introduced, this is a new lager from Germany. This is what red wine, white wine, right? She sells 100 million worth of liquor per year from her TikTok alone, bro. 100 million her revenue. Like, what the hell? It's crazy.
All the guys who come from India, they said, "Wow, Hilton and KL is so cheap."
Yeah.
Wow, Hilton is so cheap, huh?
Yeah.
So,
we
guys,
have stagnated as a country, lah. We have stagnated as a country. Yeah.
And we are stagnating for a long time more to come, unfortunately.
Oh yes, man, we have stagnated. Yeah.
So all the guys who are watching, please become the next Elon Musk, make something, and save our country. We got a comment from MP.
Question from Facebook. Alpha Quadrifoglio. Maintenance cost. It will be costlier to maintain than Germans.
Well, Alfa Romeo Singapore once told me, "Hey, Bobby, all those people in Malaysia, if they want to buy a Giulia Quadrifoglio, right, they can actually come to Singapore to service. We will help them activate their warranty and all that. You can actually service your car in Singapore. And last I heard, no workshop in Malaysia is willing to buy the diagnostic machine for this new Giulia Quadrifoglio. That's what I heard. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. All right. So, yeah, you have to service in Singapore. If you need to go online and all that, but I think normal oil change and all that. I mean, there are a lot of competent mechanics here. Right. You just don't expect you can drive your Giulia Quadrifoglio into the normal Alpha workshops that are full of Fiat and Alpha 156, right? They don't share anything anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So sad, Malaysia.
Yeah. You see, Kaneson said we are going to be a net exporter of cheap labor. Yes. We might.
Even that, I've been in the shared service center space. We are losing the Philippines now. We're losing the Philippines. They're taking all the shared service over there. We're losing to India. So even for like the knowledge workers, the MSC companies, we are losing people and jobs there. So I'm scared one day we become like really cheap labor, mates and stuff. That's the day we come to. Yeah, that's a very sad day for Malaysia.
Yeah, but one thing that we're lucky, I don't know whether I can say this is lucky or not, is that the Malaysian government, the structure that was built all these years, right, really too much benefit for Malaysians. Unlike Thai or Indonesia, you are on your own. You have to find ways to survive. Malaysia actually has a lot of all this. You can go to the hospital for RM1. Giving birth to a child is like what, 30 ringgit? I don't know, government hospital or what. Yeah, it's really low cost. So we are a nation. We are a bit socialism here. So at least takes care of Malaysians, and no choice. Maybe we'll just live on like a middle income country, small population, 30 million, and then we just go on like that,
Non-COVID era, I think no one in Malaysia will die. We can still survive, can still make money, can still drive around, can still do something, make money. You won't go hungry, But
because at the end of the day, we are a resource-rich country.
Yeah, but that's the trap, lah. We don't want to be a resource exporter,
We are what you call it? We are free from natural disasters, but that also, like what you pointed out before, it means that we are never on we don't have that high alert mindset, we are never worried about our survival.
Yeah. Well, no choice lah. Let's not go there. Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia boleh.
Yeah. Okay, so we have just gone a little past our 2-hour mark, and the three of us will need to go back to our fatherhood duty. But before we sign off, right, let's just preview the week ahead. Tomorrow, Chris Wee will be live with the second episode of Crisscross Tuesday. You guys know who's the guest, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Alex Young, Malaysia's first and thus far only F1 driver. Chris today he shared with me who is next after Alex. He has a few more awesome guests coming. So, but we'll let Chris himself share the news.
That's one thing I want to say, lah. Seriously, we should. Alex actually did a lot more, even after his F1 career to the Malaysian, So if I were, to be honest, Alex is more than what he did, like 20 years ago, lah.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
He runs Excel Motorsports, and he nurtures and trains young Malaysian racing drivers. Like Mitchell Chia was rather successful in TCR, and Mitchell is under Excel Motorsports, trained by Alex. And Alex never stopped there. He also is instrumental in E1 GP racing, E1 racing, sorry. And E1 racing is like the serious online racing by professionals, right? Not gamers, but professional racers racing in E1 racing. And he has worked really, really hard behind all this to populate this. And I think as Malaysians, we should, promote or share whenever E1 or follow their page, E1 Racing, follow their page and support them, share their race for any motorsport fans out there. And he is also bringing E1 into Astro, you know. So Alex actually never stopped. Even though, yes, he was our F1 driver, and most F1 drivers are from very rich families with a lot of financial backing. All right, Alex is not one of them. He really worked hard into the position.
All right.
But of course, you know, racing in F1 is not just about the driver. It's about money, pure money. All right. So let's hear him joining Crispy.
Yes. And he also is a 3-time champion for the R8 LMS Cup.
Yes.
There's one thing about
don't forget that. There was back then I was young. At this age now, he's like a 3-time champion. You know, so I think you forget that he's his game.
Yes, because F1, right, it's all about money, team, you know, and all that, right? There's a lot of variables.
Funding,
in like a one-make race, like Audi R8 one-make race, right? Everybody is on a level playing field, and if you are 3-time champion, right, you are really good at your shit.
He is actually a very good driver. And you know the thing about F1 is that, right, or motorsports in general, right? You see, unlike badminton or football. All right, you want to practice, you just take a ball to the field and you just kick 100 times. That's how you practice. But every time you practice for F1, it's money because you are spending fuel, you are spending you know, track rental time, you are spending tires, all these.
If you watch a lot of previous interviews, right, there were most of the time he doesn't even have the time to train. He is always out there helping the team to look for sponsors. You know, it's crazy. It's not easy. It's really not easy. All right. So
actually, last year I had a chance to interview him on my channel. Go to my channel. Search for interview Alex Young. There's I think a 2 or 3-parter that I edited. Go check it out. All right. And of course Wednesday we will have you know, sort of like a midweek chilling with Alex Stamrock all the way from Kuching. So our midweek concert to, you know, so everybody have a, you know, relaxed, you know, middle of the week break. Then Tana, Thursday.
Yep.
What do you have for us on Thursday?
Oh, so Thursday we've got.
This is something that should have happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because Max is screwed up. So Dylan is one of our Evo Enduro alumni, and he's got an M car and many other cars that he's real car guy, but he's also an IT nerd. He's a hacker. He's an IT nerd, and he's now into also the makerspace. And he originally opened a cafe in Penang. So we're going to talk to Dylan about makerspace. Makerspace movement whereby we try to encourage people to make stuff, whether it's arts or websites or 3D printing, you know. And the idea was how to make something awesome and go out there and do something interesting with your time. And he's one of them that believes so. If you go to Penang in his cafe, he actually got a spot there, which is a 3D printer for free. You can go there and print your stuff to cultivate people to come and try things out. Small kids want to try out, go out and try out, you know. So he's a firm believer of making people to push the boundaries, and we're going to talk to him about the makerspace.
So this is going to be awesome. Looking forward to that. And this Friday, Top Gear will be on. I will be joining Thomas. We will have a very special guest with us, but because of his time, all right, we need to move the session earlier to 8:30 p.m. So guys, this
8:30 is better lah.
Yeah, guys, this Friday 8:30 p.m. I'll be joining Thomas on Top Gear with a special guest, which we will announce later on. All right. So that's it, guys. We are signing off.
A quick last question, Ivan Lim. When do you predict the new CX-9 will be out? Not so soon. You can buy.
So buy now.
Yeah.
And then obviously Sunday, join us on Cartoons. We have that also happening.
Oh yes,
Sunday on Cartoons. All right.
Your topic.
We're not sure what we're doing yet, but it's about tuning. And you'll know probably about mid this week what's happening. But Cartoons is all about tuning your car, whether it's audio, suspension. So a lot of interesting topics. They're more nerdy, if you can call it that. But if you want to know more cars, come and join us on Cartoons with Mike Yap.
Yeah, I was there week before last, and I'm surprised that to learn that there's a difference between transverse and longitudinal engine when it comes to tuning your cars.
Oh yes.
I didn't realize that the placement of the engine actually affects the tuning parameters. So that's something that I learned coming on board the show.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So
Good night.
Good night, and we'll see. Take care, Tana. We'll see you on Thursday. The rest of you guys, stay tuned with us for the rest of the week.
Tana and I cannot tahan you saying bye-bye. Like.
Okay, how about this? I'll just sign out, okay?
Okay.
Stay positive and be COVID negative.
Okay, done.
Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia boleh. Tomorrow watch. I think tomorrow Pandela Ryong is on. She's gonna try to win a gold medal for us. Please go out there and support our team in Tokyo. Hopefully some good news lah. I want to be a gold winner in something more positive than COVID cases.
Malaysia have never gotten a gold medal from Olympic.
Never.
Right?
Never.
We have come close a few times, but yeah.
Never. You'll see.
That's why we prefer silver color.
Oh.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And okay.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Bye.